Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Universe Jarvis. So in this episode or installment or whatever you want to call it, I am going to share something with you guys that I've not actually shared. I'm a little bit of a I don't know if I would use the word avid, but I do like to garden. I like plants. I think they're enjoyable and I think they're important for all of us for life and they're sustaining. So, been planting a garden for a couple years since we moved into this particular house. It's probably a year, gosh, it's three or four, something like that. So anyhow, we've experimented. We got like the raised beds outside because we really didn't want to plant anything deep down in the ground. So we got a couple of raised beds. Most of the other plants were going into these kind of big pots and just on top of the ground. Now, one would think that doing things above the ground is going to make life easier. You're not going to be dealing with a lot of pests and things like that. That is so freaking far from the truth. I remember we got cabbage that we put into one of the raised beds. A rabbit kept digging that up. I come home and this one plant apparently pissed the rabbit off. He would constantly dig it up. Then they started growing really well. They were nice and pretty. Slugs came into the picture. So, and slugs something that you don't really think about. And so it was like, you know what? I'm done with this. We're not going to plant anything leafy anymore. We did a lot of tomatoes. I got all these different varieties of tomatoes. Those would grow in, birds would come in, peck them, and like it was a hot damn mess. Pretty much is what it was. So we've done a couple things different this year, and I'll do another video so you can actually see outside. We decided to go ahead and purchase a greenhouse. It's not like a super fancy one, but it's big enough. You can stand it, you can walk in, you can put some pots down. It actually has some a watering system too, so it's got like the piping to go in so that it can mix things with water. And we're still gonna use raised beds, probably more so for cucumbers and stuff like that, because we didn't really have a lot of issues with the cucumbers and things like that. Those actually grew pretty well. So I wanted my leafy stuff. I really wanted like, some mixed greens, some microgreens, give me some arugula, things like that. I really wanted all that. So, and in saying that, we kind of did some research and we kind of came across something that could actually assist with that. And this is actually a really popular method of gardening. I don't think it's really caught on. It's not super, super big, but it's called hydroponics. So hydroponics basically uses water and a media to grow, but the water is pretty much the sustaining part. So you have your media that's in whichever water solution, you put some nutrients in there and it helps things grow. There's also light that's associated with it, which will help the plants grow extremely quickly, actually. So, and then saying all that, giving you guys all the background, here's my little fun device here. This is the Inbloom is the brand. And this actually came off of Amazon. I decided, and I'll get into this here in a second, there's a couple different options that you can get this in. So the makeup's pretty much the same in all of them. It's just you got your lamp here. This is going to give you UV light. And you've got these trays here where you can actually plant the items. So there's some controls on top. Power, of course, the pump, and you tell it if you're doing vegetables or flowers, because what's going to happen is you see these LEDs here, different types of light will come on depending on the plant, because there's certain spectrum and waves of light that are going to be really useful for those plants. It's going to help them grow and it's going to help them thrive. So I'm going to take this little cover off. Now this is our tray, if you will. You can get a couple different types of these. You can get one with 6 if you want 6. You can do 8, I think. This is a 12 because I figured I can do 6 plants on one side, 6 plants on the other, so it would actually afford me the ability to plant different things, but all in the same. Now, these are pretty flexible, so you can actually use this to make your starters if you'd like. You can pop these little pods out, which you'll see here shortly, and you can go stick them into the ground. Or you can just use this to be what grows the items. So, a couple different options. You can leave your plants in here, keep it moving, harvest them, replant when it's time. And this is a year-long solution too. So this not only works during the summer or the warmer months, you can actually also use this in the winter months. You could still be growing things, honestly, because if your house is at a certain temperature, pretty conducive to plants growing, not super cold, this will still allow you to grow because you have the lights and everything. So that's the basic setup for this. There's also this little plunger thing here that I'll show you guys what that is here in a second. But on this as well, you've got this little cover that pops up, and this will allow you to add water into the base. So let's put that back here for now. I'll sit down. And little simple pumps now inside this thing. Probably, yeah, you can kind of see it at this angle. So that's the pump right there. Pretty simple to set up, honestly. Excuse me. So we can go ahead and set it up live so you guys can see like how you put together what you do. And I can only speak to this brand, this Inbloom brand off of Amazon. I'm pretty sure they're all going to function the same way. So one thing I'm going to go ahead and do that's not done so you can actually, because I want you to see this. So this is the bottom, right? There's also this guy here. Oh, excuse me. That is going to tell you, if I can get it good enough, there we go, there's the lines. I'm going to tell you how much water you have. And pretty much all you do with this, you're just going to take it, and just put it over the front, and press it down. And it's going to tell you your level of water. And it's a hold up to 4 liters max. So, let's go ahead and get started. Now, I guess I should probably walk through the other items as well that come with this kit. So, when you buy these, you're typically going to get some sort of a plant solution. There's an A and a B, and they have different things in there like calcium. So they have nutrients to help the plant to grow. These are usually dry. They're like these little, they almost look like rocks, like little small gravel. You put your water in there and you shake, 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 shake like a salt shaker. And then you've got this cap also functions as a cup, so it'll tell you how much to add. You're generally, at least with this circular setup, you can just fill it all the way to the top with your nutrients and pour it down in the water. So that's the food for the plant. Then you kind of get into having some of these other things. You get into, these are the little pods. This is what I was telling you. So these are actually, my camera's getting confused. These are actually going to sit down in here. Okay? Sit down in here. You got these. This is kind of like a peat moss type situation. So this is the media that I mentioned earlier. If I can get it open, open. So this is kind of spongy. You're going to take this. It's going to go down in there like that. They also have these little sticker things. I actually had to order another set because, sorry, keep yawning. I am exhausted because I haven't gotten much sleep. And then like I said, I ordered these. This particularly comes with some, but we lost them, so I had to order more, and you'll see what these are here shortly. So honestly, I think probably the best thing to go ahead and do, you can do this one of two ways. You can go ahead and add the water. I think when I set my first one up, I added the water already. So we'll just do it the same way, or you can add it after. Probably easier to do it in the beginning. So there's the line in here. It's probably going to be really hard to see. There's lines over here, and the max for this is 4 liters. So we're going to go ahead. I've got some pictures here. We'll just go ahead and pour that water in, right? So I'm going to go to that max line. I'm going to go to that 4 liter line. Fill it. And this is a gallon pitcher here, so. All right, one other thing that I'm going to do real quick. I'm starting to get a little annoyed. This light actually adjusts. You can adjust the height because the plants are going to grow. So go ahead and get that out your way in advance. It'll make it easier to pour. So that's one pitcher gone. And I'm almost at that line. I'm super close to the 4 liter line. And done. All right, so got my water in here now. So the next step, go ahead and take your cover, place it back on. Now, this is what I was hoping would have happened. You see how that plunger shot up to the top? It's going to tell you your water level so you can monitor it without having to keep taking the plants and disturbing. You can see how much water you have down in there. I'm actually full. Actually, looks like I'm probably a little bit past full, but that's okay too. You can go ahead and add your nutrients. So there's going to always be usually an A and a B. I'm going to add, this measuring goes up to, looks like 15. This milliliter, so you're just going to I want to say maybe it was 5. No, we're going to do 15. I'm going to do tomatoes in this. This will probably help them grow quickly. So I'm just going to fill this cap. There's my A. And we're going to do B as well. So we're going to fill this cap all the way up. And I like the idea of doing this now because as you're adding the media to that, all this can kind of be mixing around, which the pump's not on, it's not plugged in yet, but you know, it should still be able to kind of diffuse. So pretty simple setup off the jump. You're gonna go ahead and take these and you're gonna put them in all the spaces and make sure they're flush and they're flat. All right, I got 12 of those. Don't forget to put your little cover up here for the water drawer, or the little opening to check the water. And it's simple. It's a real simple process to do this. But I'm just putting these in here. You can see probably a little bit better from back there. So I'm just gonna put all these in, all right? All right, they all fit flat. That's beautiful. Now you're gonna take all these little spongy media and you're gonna place them down inside. Okay. You could also do a lower water level because I'm noticing, and you can come back and top it off if you want because these little things are starting to float, which is okay. They're gonna get heavier because they're gonna soak up the water. They're actually in the process of doing. So, all right, we got all those. I've got 2 different types of seeds. So I've got some little cherry tomatoes here. These are the red cherry large fruited. And then I've got some arugula because I absolutely love arugula. So get your seeds open. I'm going to turn this around a slightly different way. So just get your seeds open. You're going to need probably 2 to 3 seeds in each one of these little cones. So I'm pretty simple with this. I'll just kind of pour them out in my hand. And you can kind of visually look at it. These are tomato seeds. They're kind of small. Well, all seeds are small, I guess. So like I said, I'm going to do probably 3. I think 3 is what I've been using. You're just going to put them in these little holes or the little openings on top of this media. And I'm going to do, remember I said before, I was going to do 6 and 6. So I'm going to do 6 of these little pods of tomato. And then I'm going to come back or go to this other side over here and I'm going to do my arugula. That's a bunch of seeds. Oops, let's see, where is I? Now I'm forgetting where I put what. Let's see if there's seeds on this one. No, there's not seeds on that one yet. Nor that one. That one. That one. And that one. Okay, so I still got 33. So these seeds are kind of like bunched together. So I think this is enough of whatever. Same thing with this one. They're kind of sticking together, honestly. I should maybe unclump them, but I already put those down in there. So I'm just going to go with it. All right, so that's it. Everything has a seed in it. Beautiful. I'm just double checking because I'm tired. I've been up since like 3 something in the morning, so I'm just making sure. All right, so I still got some seeds left. I'm gonna put these in here. This pack actually still has a ton of seeds in it. I don't know if you guys can see down in there, but there's still a ton of seeds. So that side's done. Now I'm gonna come back. Oh, it's gonna make me cut these. And I don't have no scissors with me, actually, no. Let's turn it upside down. I'm trying to get the seeds to fall down because I can just open this little flap down here at the bottom without having to worry about some scissors. And that's the arugula. It's the same thing. You're just going to carefully, it may help to turn this as you're working so you're not reaching so far. get 3 of these. I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna drop them in. Make sure you get them down in that little hole. And 2 to 3 seeds. I'll repeat that. These are super tiny, so I am actually probably putting 4 in some of these, but it's okay. This whole process is actually super cool. Like, it's cool. You grow your own food. It's relaxing. And just doing this type of stuff. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So still have some of these seeds. I'm gonna try to put them back in there. All right, cool. Okay, so they're in there. So we're honestly almost done, if I'm being perfectly honest. So the next thing you want to do, you want to go ahead and take the stickers that come with this particular kit, and you want to place them over these. And these are to kind of help stop algae growth because of the moisture. So we're just going to put these on here. And you kind of can see, even though it's flat, you can see how they are. I need a good bit of these, so just going to keep putting them on. Alright, we're almost done with the arugula side. That's the last one. Alright. One side down, one side to go. Ooh. To get these stickers on. To me, these are a little bit annoying. And you can probably do this without these stickers, but in the kit that we have, like I said, it came with them, but I don't know. I think we may have been cleaning or something. They got tossed in the trash. Which is unfortunate because I had to spend more money, you know? Down to just 3 more. I keep tearing these. I have to watch that. These particular ones, they tear if you don't pull it off exactly right. But guess what? I'ma still use them anyway. Alright, so the last ones can go right here. Alright, so pretty much done. This also comes with these little caps to put on here. You also have this, if you're not going to use all these, you can close them off. And I guess that's to help keep like algae and stuff like that out and bug. So you take these little covers, you just cover each one of these. Like I said, this is a really easy setup. It doesn't even take that long. I would have actually probably been done by now, but I'm spending time here with you guys. So just layer all those on here. All right. So, like I said, this is pretty much ready to go. So I have a little area back here that I'll show in another video that I've kind of got set up to help with this. This light, you probably already saw, it's adjustable. So you can bring it down low, you can bring it up high. I would recommend just to start, have it at this lower level because they're gonna try to reach towards the light. So you can set it up a little bit lower to help with that because you don't want to get stringy and kind of gradually move it further up. So, that's pretty much all I got for this video. Guys, I'm so exhausted. So that's pretty much it for this video. I'm going to plan on doing some updates so you guys can actually see the growth and things like that. So today is what? It's Wednesday. We started this. I'm actually hoping I'll maybe see some growth tomorrow, if not the day after. But anyhow, if you've not already done so, I would be extremely gracious to you. Do not forget to follow my channel. Feel free to comment at times. I check those comments. You guys are great. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing this, because it's about you guys. So anyway, until next time, Universe Jarvis is out.